Hey, people. I got the clutch basket off. I'm not even gonna put that on because it's just a pain in the ass to get it all lined up with everything on there. Behind this, there is a collar type deal right there. Okay, and that'll go there, and then the clutch basket sits on that. And then behind here, you got the kickstart of the gear, which you have that clip right there. That'll be on there. You're gonna need snap ring pliers, as I believe, or circlip pliers of some sort. And what you're gonna do, hold on, let me try and turn the flash on here. Can't do that mid-video, can you? You're gonna want to take this off. This should come right off, no problem. It might even be kind of sticky because of oil, but whatever. This gear, you could tell, has a bunch of damage to it. I don't even know how, but I ordered used ones of this, which they're still in good condition. These are not supposed to wear out at all, so. And that's how you take that off. But you're gonna come here, and this is going to be your kickstart gear. Alright. Taking this off is not complicated, but it can be painful if you're stupid. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and you're going to pull out on it and push down at the same time, because that spring is relatively strong and it will smash your fingers into something. So just let it sit over there, and as you pull it out, see this thing right there? You do not want to mess with that, because it's just a hassle and a half to get it back lined up. Because that, if that sticks out too far when you kick it out, it will come out here and it'll mess everything up, and you don't want that. It's just a super hassle that no one should have to deal with. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and that'll pull right out, no problem, easy. And just set it somewhere where you're not going to lose anything. I don't really care where I put my parts, because I've had this motor apart probably 40-50 times, not even a joke. Racing beats the shit out of your stuff. This bike's never being raced again after this rebuild. I'm selling it. I'm going to sell it 100% mint, so nobody has a problem with it. Just, when you take everything apart, just kind of check all your seals, make sure none of the springs are coming off them. Just make sure this is tight, make sure that's tight, make sure there's no grinding in any of these. There shouldn't be. Gears are really, really strong metal. This thing got pretty hot, just ignore that. When you're putting the other one on, which I will make a video of how to, just make sure that the gaskets are all off. Like, right here, I gotta clean that all up and get that off, or it will leak there. A tip for rebuilding this, if your crank is stuck in there and you don't have a puller, don't put it in a vise, because your bike will leak and you'll have to use 3-bond or some form of gasket maker like 1104, and you don't want to go through that, trust me. And you don't want to hammer it. Do not ever hammer your crank swapping it, ever. Right here on the other side where my flywheel is, I tried tapping it out relatively hard, and it kind of bent it up a little bit, and you couldn't thread the bolt back on. And that was the point where I was just like, you know what, screw it. Let's go and buy a whole wrench rabbit kit. I put the new crank, new piston, every transmission bearing in. Anything that you could think of with this motor is new except the cases and cylinder. And transmission gears. I got the counter shaft bearings, you got all your any bearing really you get, any seal you get. Their seals, the rebuild for the water pump you get in that, shit. It's honestly absolute dumb. In the warm-up process, the water pump leaked. The seal, like, alright. So right here, there is a hole, and your water pump cover will sit right here on top of it, okay? In between here there is a seal, and then a bearing, and then another seal. But this hole, from what I've heard, is for when this seal fails, it comes out of there instead of putting up against that seal and leaking in your oil, because that would be bad and you could see something, I would guess. So that was dripping pretty constantly antifreeze out, and I think that's a result of that seal being bad. The only sad part is that I'm a very big fan of Vertex, and they kind of let me down with that. So just be mindful of putting seals in when you're rebuilding a water pump, because you'll mess it up. So, and that's my fault, not so much Vertex's, but I honestly feel like that's seal quality. But it's no big deal. It's whatever. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll make a video tomorrow of it being put back together. And hopefully I'll have a better, steady view of everything going on versus me holding the camera and trying to do it. Doing it that way, I know you guys get irritated because it's always like this. You guys gotta kind of give me a break with that, because trying to work on something with two hands and trying to record, it's just extremely challenging. Even just trying to do it with one hand and record, it's next to impossible. So just kind of give me some leniency on that, and that'll be that for this video. I'll update it tomorrow. Alright, see you guys.